Hello and welcome to this late morning challenge. We have two brandies. This is going to count for Friday. Then we have Saturday morning, Sunday morning. Monday's already been done for us review. And then we're starting on rum Tuesday. We have some rum taste challenges today. That's going to last about 2 weeks. Dark rum, the Bacardi Major Laser. But here we have Bisquit VS, very special cognac, or in more realistic terms, very standard cognac. But this bottle is from 1954. I'm not joking. This was given to me by my next door neighbor, Amy. She bought it at a yard sale, an estate sale. You know, when someone dies and people that inherit the estate don't want all this stuff that they collected. She got it for $1, and it's from 1954. It was never opened. And I've got it. It's in the lime green bottle, similar to Coca-Cola. You know, Coca-Cola is like lime green, but it looks clear on an initial view. But it is lime green as the light hits it. This is clearly green. All right. So, was this the greatest gift I ever got? It's not the greatest gift, but it's the greatest liquor gift, obviously. Now imagine, this is the VS. I checked Total Wine. They don't sell it around here, but where they do sell it, it's $30 a bottle. So $30 a bottle, $31, $30.99. There's a VSOP, very smooth old pale, age. This is age 2 to 4 years, very young, 2 to 4 years. There's a VSOP age 4 to 6 years. That's $60 a bottle. And then there's an EXO age 6 to 10 years, Bisquit and Dubouché, and that is $210 a bottle, which I'm not looking to pay that. Jeep and Foodie Caleb says checking in. Ron, thanks for checking in. This is very dark amber. Look at that. Do they add coloring? I don't know what they were doing in 1954. Now the competitor is the Fundador. The Fundador is the competitor. Established in 1730, product of Spain. But this one came out in 1874. But the Fundador distillery is from 1730. This is Brandy de Jerez. That's an area of Spain called Fronteria de Jerez, which I wanted to visit last year, but the scamdemic interrupted that, probably forever. This is Solera Reserva Pedro Domecq. It's from a company called Pedro Domecq, Emperador, who owns it. There's a barrel. Pedro Domecq was actually from France, but he started the distillery in Spain. Produced and bottled in Jerez de la Frontera, Spain. Imported by Fundador Import Company, Deerfield, Illinois. Deerfield. Oh. Now, who runs a bottling plant and an importation location in Deerfield, Illinois? Oh, yeah, Beam Suntory. But I bought this. I've never seen, I'm serious now, I'm being loud and everything. I've never seen this product anywhere in Louisiana except at Savannah Discount. They had it. And I said, what is this? $13? I'll buy it. You know, I don't know what it is. Well, as it turns out, it's a pretty prominent product, maybe in Europe, not so much in the United States. This is the Solera. Solera means they have it on racks, and it's gradated. It's on a racks up by the top barrel is the youngest, and down below might be a barrel that was put there in 1921, 100 years ago. And every so often they'll rotate the barrel and let some of the brandy drip into the bottom barrel. That might be from 5 years ago. And then they'll let it drip into the next one from 10 years ago. And they'll let it pour into the one from 15 years ago. And so on till you get to 100. So see, that's why a lot of sherry, well, that's why sherry, not a lot of sherry. No sherry has an age statement because it's a blend of wines that were dump over 100-year period, or could be as long as they want to make it. And this brandy is produced according to the Solera method. Now this is from the legacy line, the founder's line. They call it the founder's line. There's two lines from Fundador. The founder's line, and there's a whole array, take your whole life to drink them all. And then there's the sherry cask collection, another whole array, which will take your whole life to drink them all, and it will cost all the money in your savings account to drink them all. So here's what they say about the Fundador, which I was so pleased to find. You know, I never thought I would run across this. Here's the sheet. Fundador, Solera. And there's a knight's helmet and a shield and a sword in two hands. I don't know what that means, some esoteric thing. Brandy de Solera con denominación de origen brandy de Jerez. So that means Solera brandy with a determined origin, demarcation from Jerez. In other words, it's got a certificate of originating from Jerez. Elaborado con uva 100%, 100 or centura, whatever that is in Spanish. Procedente de pago de machurnagenudo. Precursor del brandy de Jerez in España. Something like this was like the original brandy in Jerez. 700 milliliter bottles. Well, we get to 750 here. Oro viejo con refrijos de arcoiris. That's the what you see. The nose. Equilibrado y limpio con fragancias de la madera que han contenido los vinos de Jerez. Something like smells like wine from Jerez. Flavor, lips, suave y persistente. Suave and persistent. Our recommendations. Nuestra recomendación. Momento de consumo. Como copa al final de una comida acompañado al café y los postres solo o en combinación con refrescos. And it goes on and on. All right, so if you got a few hours of your day, you can read their website. Joker, cheers, man. Bud Light Platinum. Well, that's a good choice. All right, so a very fancy pants liquor company from Spain, and they deal in brandy, and they deal in pretty expensive brandy. I got the cheapest one. It was $20. Well, oh, we can see the Bisquit. Oh, this is the Solera. Okay, so they're both pretty dark. Okay. Here's my prediction, and I know I'm going to be right. Bisquit is Solera. The Fundador is good. Fundador de Jerez is good. All right, I'm aggravated because I couldn't visit, but you know, we can't do everything. How's the wind? There's no wind. It's barely a breeze. It's bright outside and it's warm. I'm glad I paid $20.99. I got a good deal. I mean, what am I saying? $13. It was $12.99. $12.99. I got a good deal. That's cheaper than normal. You probably won't ever see it anyway, but the Bisquit, I'm glad I got it because I ain't never seen it in order to buy it. But let's be fair. Fundador is going to get killed. We're talking about a $13 bottle versus a $30 bottle. Now, what's the class on Fundador? Is it VS, VSOP, or XO? Well, they're not really using those determinations for it. They're not giving it that class. So I don't know how old it is. Well, it's a Solera, so it's... Well, yeah. So if it's a Solera, that would mean it's not a VSOP or XO. It's just a blend of brandies that could go back 100 years. They just keep dumping them. It's like Taylor. If you get Taylor sherry, cream sherry from New York State. I mean, it might have been aging some of that sherry since 1921, even when liquor was outlawed It could have been, you know, they knew it was going to come back. But you just don't know. All right, here we go. You know, smells like wood, a little bit nougat from a Three Musketeers bar. Man, look, I tried a New York State produced stout today, Imperial Stout. I'm not going to make a comment, good or bad, for it, but just keep your eye open. When you see New York, Utica, New York, and so on, Brooklyn, watch it. Never would have dreamed. Never would have dreamed. Okay. Much more intense aroma here. Spill a little. Actually, in a way, when I'm experiencing, not talking about the spilling one, that's just bad practices, but what I'm experiencing here is the epitome of what I've experienced with the Bisquit. It's not that any of the other brandies were bad, and they're not. None of the other brandies I did taste challenges for were bad. It's not that. It's just that the Bisquit is so more pronounced, more hearty, more full of aroma and flavor, more bold, more decisive, you know, in its flavor, that the other ones can't compete. But it's not an indictment that they're bad. So I don't have a bad brandy in this house. It's not a brand. How's the wind? Yeah, no wind. So I don't have a bad brandy in this home. There's no brandy on these premises. So it's just that there's levels. They're not all the same. And the Bisquit is so much more bold and pronounced and developed and expensive. So it's just noticeable. I don't have any Hartley brandy, thankfully. All right, cheers. Taste. Same old story. I mean, this is like a repetitive video series. You may as well save time and effort to not watch them because they're all the same. The competitor, you know, anything that competes against Bisquit and Dubouché, it's good. There's caramel. There's a little sweet caramel, sugar, nougat, very sweet. You know, maybe even grape skins and oak barrel and Spanish oak. I can't remember the type of oak they use. Joker, my bad about the spelling. Any update on the cat, Ron? Oh, yes. She was laying on the bed a little while ago. And I said, I need to lay down after that beer from New York. And she wanted to get up. I don't know where she went. Oh, yeah, she's all right. I don't know what happened when she got attacked or ravished. But I think maybe she was the one winning the fight. You know, I was thinking, oh, she's dead. She's dead. But maybe the attacker's dead. Because she's pretty vicious. I mean, she scratches without a whole lot of prompting. She was crying to come in last night at 10:38. I let her come in. She got on the bed. She didn't want to sleep on the comforter, like the insulated blanket. You know, it's like rough cotton and polyester. You know, cats are real funny, weird, tactile sensory. She wanted to sleep on top of the comforter. Well, I pushed that all back. So she went to the very corner of the bed and laid there all night. I was like, yeah, you're so peculiar, you know. But then around 1:30, she was standing up on the bed, walking around, got on the pillow above my head and was like sniffing my head. I was like, I know you want to go out. So she ran outside. She won't use the cat litter box. She's perplexed, baffled by that. She looks at that like, what is this? I go outside. I have a whole yard to go in. What are you showing this to me for? So she gets up to go out. I mean, it's like a dog, but very, very babyfied. I was reading an article about them. If they become pets, they're like a extended kittenhood. They're grown up, but they babyfied, like adult males today in America. Or even more so in England, very juvenile. Like you say, he's 29 years old. He's a male. He's in England. He lives in England, but they're very, very juvenile. They're not mature because of their National Socialist upbringing. This one is so clearly the Bisquit. Profound wood, and I mean profound. I'm not overestimating it or exaggerating it. It's profound wood. It's like savory, brandy-soaked wood. Grape skins, fruit. Some golden raisin, even some dark raisin. I mean, the Bisquit is no joke. I mean, it's no joke. If I saw the VSOP and the the XO, I guess I'd have to buy them regardless of price because they're so incredible. Joker says Bud Light Platinum, $8 for a 6-pack. I'm not too sure about that. Is there a better beer for the price? Well, Bud Light is a strong competitor against Bud Light Platinum. Bud Light Platinum is fine. I'm not taking issue with it. I like it, and I've been drinking it since they hit the market. But Bud Ice is a draft beer. It's packaged draft. It's never pasteurized. It's, to my knowledge, the only packaged draft ice beer. My friend David stumped me like crazy with a blind taste test, which is coming up. I was very fooled, and yeah. I don't know what to say about Bud Light Platinum and Bud Ice because I like both. It's hard to say which is better. How would Bisquit stack up against E&J XO? Well, I guess it would kill it. Morning, Jay. What are your remarks on the firing of Urban Meyer? Off topic, I know. Good morning, Jason. Well, I never would have thought he'd be fired like this when he was hired, because that owner for the Jaguars was like, I made the right choice, and this is the new year. This is the new era for the Jaguars. We're moving forward, and we got the great Urban Meyer, who's done so well, inheriting fully stocked teams from other coaches and all of this. And but that turned into shambles very quickly. So when I saw that this morning, I was not shocked at all. I expected it, but I was never an Urban Meyer fan ever. I never trusted that guy. He seemed like a politician coach, which of course most coaches are politician coaches, but more of an extreme example. So I don't know. The Jacksonville Jaguars are like ultimate dysfunctional professional football team. Basketball, baseball, soccer, hockey. They're like the worst. Yeah, that's the Bisquit. B for Bisquit. Clearly. All right. So I have Saturday morning against the Corbell from California. No joke. It's been around since 1889. It's not a Johnny come lately brandy, but it's going to get killed. It's going to get killed. And then I have the Delacour, which is not even positioning itself as a premier product. It's an inexpensive product, happy hour, well drink, bar brandy. But it's been around since the late 80s. Has a few dozen followers around the United States, at least 48 people that buy it regularly. So it's going to get murdered, massacred. It's going to be a massacre. Then we're going to start fresh on Tuesday with Bacardi Major Laser, and that's going to be a secret weapon. I mean, it's going to Tell you what, Bacardi Major Lazer is going to be a very serious taste challenge. I would expect that it might lose 1 or 2 taste challenges, but more than likely it will not lose any taste challenges. And I could mention that I bought the whole bottle for $7.99 at Acuista Paces in Covington, Louisiana on US Highway 190 business route, but I won't bring that up. But I could have brought that up. But, you know, I don't want to make people jealous and angry, so I won't mention it. But I could have. I could have bought 12 bottles. I could have bought 36 bottles, but, you know, I could have bought a case, 12 bottles of Canadian whiskey at Elio's Wine Warehouse earlier last month for $50. You say, what? A case of Canadian whiskey, full-size bottles for $50. That's $4.17 a bottle. Yeah, I could have bought it. Thankfully, I didn't, because I don't need 12 bottles of Canadian blended whiskey of the same brand. Joker retracted a message. I wish I could retract all my messages. Platinum is sweet, smooth, and refreshing. I agree, and agree. So Fundador, is it a good product? Yes. Should you buy it? Yes, I think so. Is it credible? Certainly. Is it a high quality product? It's very high quality. Do I have any complaints against it? No, I don't. And would I buy it again? In theory, I would. I mean, in reality, I won't, because I'm trying to do a long march through all the brands. Now, the Bisquit. It's so clearly better than all the other brandies I have. Bisquit Cognac VS is clearly superior. I mean, the cheapest one you can get is coming in at $31. Now, remember, most brandy you buy in America, the cheap one is coming in at $10 or $11. All right. The second tier, you know, so that's the Ford. The Ford is coming in at $31. The second tier, the Mercury, the Mercury's coming in at $60. Assuming you can find it, which in most cases you cannot. Maybe if you live in Ireland or Portugal, you can find it. The wood intensity is so unbelievable. The third tier, the XO, aged 10 years or less, or more, probably less, is $210 per bottle. Yeah, I said that right. $210 per bottle. Is it worth it? I don't know. I've never had it. The Total Wine and More near me does not carry it. Although I probably could order it for that kind of money. If I went to Total Wine by New Orleans and said, I want that Bisquit XO, it's $210. I want it. Yeah, they can make that happen. But it ain't gonna happen because I'm not paying for it. But been on the market 202 years. Oh yeah, it's no joke. What a deal. What a find. All it took was a hurricane to destroy 80% of the buildings in my town. Well, damage or destroy 80% of the buildings. And I could get a free bottle of brandy. All right. Like I say, coming up on Saturday and Sunday, if you want to waste some time, watch Bisquit versus Corbel, total mismatch. And I think Corbel is a good product. And then watch Bisquit versus Delacour, an extreme mismatch. And I think Delacour is a pretty good product. So yeah. And then we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna go pivot off to rum. And I can't wait to get to that. Platinum is sweet, smooth, and refreshing. I agree. All right. Oh, you already read that. All right. So thanks, everybody. So have a good Thursday. And join us tomorrow, Friday, December 17th at 6:30 Eastern for Fandango Friday liqueurs. And I have 20 different liqueurs to reach for. I'm going to do it blind. I'm going to reach in the bucket blind, and whatever I pull out, that's what I'm going to review. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.